All right, welcome back to the Wicked Kitchen, guys. Today we are going to be making a spicy Wicked Chorizo enchilada with the red sauce. We have some Wicked Chorizo in there with some potatoes, some cheese. Finish it off with some sour cream, green onion. You don't want to miss this one, stick around. All right, so let's get started. We are going to make a number of different components to these enchiladas. First, we're gonna start off by getting the sauce ready. The sauce is critical. But what we're gonna start off with, I have some dried chilies. All right, so these are anchos, these are dried ancho chilies. I like to toast them before I soak them, okay? Because that's going to bring out a lot of the sort of nuttiness and earthiness of these peppers, okay? And then we also have some arbol chilies, which are, these have the heat level of, I'd say, a fresh cayenne. So you wanna make sure that if you don't like it spicy, well, you shouldn't be making this dish, first of all, but if you don't like it that spicy, don't use too many of these. So I'm gonna go a little bit more towards the heat, so I'm gonna use 4 of these small arbol peppers, okay? So we're gonna get a cast iron nice and hot. I'm just gonna add these in. So for this I have 5, all right? I'm gonna add these in as well. I'm just gonna toss them around a little bit as they're going. All right, so the first step of the sauce, toast the peppers. We're gonna soak them in some hot water in a little bit. What I'll do is when I'm blending this, I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken bouillon. You can add a little bit of vegetable bouillon as well. So you wanna make sure that these are just lightly toasting. You don't want them to get burned, so I'm just tossing them around. All right, it doesn't take too long. All right, I'm gonna let those cool off. We're gonna remove the seeds. Just open these up, take out the membrane a bit, take out the stem. Now these seeds are not too hot, right? Because the anchos are not too hot. But if I'm going to really get into this seed bed, you want to, try to, maybe wear some gloves if you're touching the seeds. I'm trying to avoid touching the seeds at all costs. So you can just shake those in there. That's good. All right, so we're gonna fire this up. We're gonna dry roast up a couple other ingredients that are gonna go in the sauce. Now I'm gonna soak these in a hot water, okay? And that's gonna certainly speed up the process rather than soaking it in cold. All right, so I have some hot water. I'm gonna use about 3 to 4 cups, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up using all of this liquid to blend, okay? So going in this cast iron pan, we're gonna add half an onion, all right? Half an onion, and then also some garlic, and I'm gonna add 1 tomato in there. All right, so we're gonna char that up as well. It's gonna bring out a little bit of the flavor. All right, so we're gonna just get some color going on there. All right, we have 1 tomato. Do the same thing. I'm gonna add the garlic towards the end when I flip these over. I don't want the garlic to burn, because really, burnt garlic is gonna give a ton of bitterness to this sauce, which we wanna avoid, right? So as that's charring up, I'm gonna cut up some potatoes, all right? This is going to go with the chorizo. And what I like to do with these potatoes, I mean, you could throw these in the cast iron, but what I like to do is I like to just blanch them real quick. It's nice to have blanched potatoes on hand for other recipes if you're just throwing them in a recipe. So I'm just gonna blanch them real quick before throwing them in the pan. So I got some hot water going behind me. So in the filling, we're gonna add some potatoes, some of this Wicked Chorizo, some onions. We're gonna add a little bit of cheese in there, and that will be an amazing, spicy, super meaty filling. All right, I'm just gonna toss these in the water to blanch them. All right, so these onions and tomatoes and garlic getting some nice color. You can see that color coming on these. Didn't want too much color on the garlic, because again, that will definitely turn bitter. So we're gonna grab a Vitamix. Let's add those onions right into the blender, okay? Garlic right into the blender. Some tomatoes. All right. All right, so we also have those chilies that have been soaking. If they're soaking in hot water, they really don't need much time. These are nice and soft. All right, we're gonna add those to the blender as well with all that liquid. It's gonna be nice and spicy. So you can add a little more liquid if you want. This is gonna be pretty thick, so I'm gonna add a little bit more liquid to that. Okay, and once you actually blend this up, it is not done. We're gonna simmer the sauce, okay, because you're gonna reduce it down. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and add a few other ingredients. So we have some oregano in there. I have some cumin, some toasted cumin seed, or you can use some cumin powder, works as well. I'm gonna add some salt. What I like to also add for a little bit of smokiness, you can use a chipotle, okay? A chipotle pepper. I like the pickled chipotle because it's sitting in an adobo sauce, which is really nice, really spicy. Adds some nice smokiness, but you can also add a smoked paprika, which we're gonna add just a little bit of smokiness to that. All right, that's a pepper in there. So one little addition, again, once you try the sauce, if it has a touch of bitterness at all, which it shouldn't, but if it has a touch of bitterness, if you over toasted your peppers or over toasted the garlic, you can add a little bit of sweetener. I would say go the brown sugar route, a little bit of brown sugar or coconut sugar, or you can also add a piece of chocolate, a piece of semi-sweet chocolate as well. Check out that sauce. So typically if you do not have a Vitamix, you can strain the sauce, okay? Because if it's not as smooth as you like, but the beauty of a Vitamix is that you're gonna blend it really smooth. So you really don't need to strain it. So that is the consistency, is really blended smooth. We're gonna add this to a small pot and simmer it down for about 15 minutes, okay? One of the items I forgot to add is I didn't add that vegan chicken stock that we talked about. So I'm gonna add about a teaspoon and a half to this because it's going to reduce anyways. That will melt away and infuse a bit of flavor in there. All right, we will come back to this and it'll simmer over probably about 12 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna swap burners so we can get the chorizo going. So we just blanched these potatoes over there in some boiling water. I blanched them for about 1 to 2 minutes, all right? Then I just strained them and I ran them under cold water. All right, so we're gonna set those aside. So these chorizo sausages are so nice. Not a ton of spice. You know, there's a lot of chorizo products on the market that are, you know, veg chorizo that are just incredibly spicy. What I like about these is they are not. So they come frozen, okay? So they actually have this cellulose skin, okay? So I'm just gonna basically remove that. Whenever you're cooking these sausages on the grill, they give you that really nice snap. That's that cellulose skin. So I'm just gonna remove that so you can actually mash up the chorizo, which is really nice as a filling. So we're gonna set that aside. I'm gonna prep my onion. So this is on a medium heat. I'm gonna add some oil to that. All right, let's get those onions in. We'll get some color on those onions for a minute, and we'll add that chorizo in as well. All right, so I'm going to add that chorizo in there. Okay, let that cook a little bit, and it will be a little easier to cut. So just want to get a little bit of color on it before I add the potatoes. All right, let's mix that up. That's getting cooked nice there. All right, we have some potatoes we're gonna add in. Not gonna add a ton. And similar flavors that I was adding into the sauce, I'm gonna add right back on here a little bit of smoked paprika to really emphasize that smokiness. I have some oregano in here. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit more salt. And because I want to get a little color on those potatoes, I'm going to try not to move it around and just let it cook for a little while here. All right. So when this is done, I'm going to add it to a bowl. I'm going to toss it with some green onion, a little bit of vegan cheese, and that will be an amazing filling for these enchiladas. So it's going to let this cook for a couple more minutes. The sauce is on. This probably has a couple more minutes as well. And then we'll check back in just a moment. All right, so we're gonna turn these up. We're gonna shut off the heat. You get some nice bits here. All right. Awesome. We wanted some color. You wanted some little crispy bits in there for this. This is perfect. And the sauce also, this is the thickness that you want. Let's check it out. Oh, that's nice. See that thickened up quite a bit? That's what you want. All right, so we have that chorizo, potato, onions. So we're gonna add some vegan cheddar. Okay, add some vegan cheddar. Let's actually slice up some green onion as well. With a little bit of color and also a little fresh flavor as well. You can add a little cilantro if you wish. I don't use much cilantro with these red enchiladas, but for green enchiladas, I certainly would, because it works really well. Cilantro would work really well with that liminess of green enchilada sauce. And tomatillos and lime. All right, there we have it. Let's mix that up. And this filling is ready. So sauce aside, let's get these tortillas ready. Add some vegetable oil in here. All right, so I'm gonna use a little bit of the sauce in this pan, and I'm just gonna dip the tortillas in them when I'm assembling these. Okay, all right, so I'm just gonna coat these. And you don't want them crispy. I'm just basically sealing them, okay? So I'm just getting them a little bit crispy on the edges, and I'm just gonna assemble these. All right, just need to deep fry just for a moment. All right, so I have these tortillas. We're gonna dip them in the sauce. Just coat each side, okay? Do the same thing over here. A little messy, but certainly worth it. All right, so we're gonna scoop some of that enchilada filling. So beautiful, so nice. A little easier to handle. So I am gonna put a little bit of sauce on the bottom, not a ton. I'm just gonna put a little bit of sauce. Okay. Just to really just coat the bottom. All right, we're gonna just roll those up, and you wanna make sure that they are seam side down, okay? So seam side down. All right, it's looking great. So these tortillas, they're filled, they're sauced, a little bit of sauce on the bottom, they're coating in sauce. I'm still gonna top it off with a layer of the sauce, a thin layer, not too much, okay? And then we're gonna bake it. So I've set the oven to 420, which shall do the trick. So I have a little bit of the sauce on top, leaving a little bit of the edges open, all right? I'm gonna add some of that vegan cheddar. All right. We're gonna toss this in the oven at 420 for about, I would say, anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes. Once it comes out, we'll hit it with a little bit of sour cream, some green onion, and this will be great to go. All right, so we're gonna prep up. These enchiladas are almost done in the oven, so let's prep up some green onions for garnish. We're also going to use, there are a bunch of vegan sour creams on the market. We're just going to add a little bit of water to that, just so it makes more of a drizzle cream. All right, so this is ready. We're gonna set this aside. Let's check on those enchiladas. So let's hit it with a little bit more sauce around the edge when we serve these, just to cover those little crispy ends. You're still getting some of that extra sauce on the platter. So nice. All right, let's hit it. Let's finish it with some of the sour cream. So you get that red sauce being ultra savory, right? Really, really rich as it cooks down. We're just gonna finish it with some sour cream. And the acidity in the sour cream is gonna really benefit the overall balance of flavor here. Have some green onions, and there you have it. A chorizo enchilada with a spicy red sauce. Incredible dish, one of my favorites. You guys have to try this out. I'm gonna wait till it cools down and I'm gonna dig in just a minute. Good amount. Oh, that looks good. Nice, fantastic. All right, finish with a little more of that sour cream. So good. So nice, can't wait to dig into this. So good, so good, so good. That was freaking dope. You guys have to try this out. Spicy chorizo enchilada with spicy red sauce. If you guys like this video, be sure to subscribe and check out all our other recipes. Until next time, I'm gonna finish this up. Oh, that's fucking good though, huh? You guys want some?
Yes.